My name's Blaine Hunt and I'm going to show you how to change a bicycle tyre or an inner tube on your bike. Leo here is going to try it after I've given her a demonstration. If Leo can do it, anyone can do it. So, trust me.
So this is when I now no longer need to call an Uber if I get a puncture or bursting in a tyre.
If Leo gets a puncture, she'll probably still call me, but you'll find out why when you watch the video. All you're going to need is a tool to take the wheel off. In this case I need a spanner and then a tyre lever. First things first, undo the brakes. Undo your wheel and get the wheel out of the forks or the back of the bike. Undo the little bolt that stops it rattling around, then undo the valve and push it in to let the air out of the tyre. Get your tyre lever and start to take that tyre off. Hook it underneath the bead of the tyre and then push it slowly but firmly around the wheel to release that tyre. If you've done that, you're going to want to go back to the valve, pull the valve out of the wheel, taking the inner tube with it, and take the inner tube out of the wheel completely and put that to one side. Now it's time to take that tyre off the wheel completely. Grab your new tyre and on the sidewall of it you should have a direction for rotation. Make sure that when you get to this point and you're mounting the tyre that you've got it going in the right direction. Pick your inner tube back up, locate that hole for the valve, push it through, and then we want to get the inner tube in the tyre and inside the rim nice and snugly out the way so we don't get any pinches. Once everything's in nice and snug, what we want to do is locate the pressure valve and then we want to pull the tyre apart from the top around the wheel as I'm doing here. This will make it easy to put the tyre on and then you'll be able to do it without levers. Yes, that's right, without levers. Don't use your precious little fingers to push that tyre onto the rim, just use the palms of your hands and roll it over. Once that's done, put a little bit of air in the tyre and just check that everything's seated correctly around the rim. You've got no bits of inner tube pinching through and nothing bulging. Back to your pump, this time get it to your desired PSI for what you want to ride at. Close off the valve, put the little rattle bolt back in. Now when we're mounting the wheel back into the bike, what we want to do is double check that rotation direction and make sure that the wheel goes in the right way. Tighten everything back up, make sure that everything spins freely and the brakes aren't biting in funny places. Close those brakes off and then lastly check the brakes are working and you are good to go. And now it's Leo's turn.
Right, tight. Did you see? Fuck me. What the fuck? How am I meant to even get that off?
Push it.
I mean, if mine comes off, I'm getting an Uber. I can't get that off.
She loosened it off me and I came in looking like a hero. Anyway, over that hurdle, here she is, yep, letting the air out of the tyre. Undoing that little rattle bolt, I call it, and then a common problem here is that she's not doing slow and firm push as she gets that tyre lever under the bead, but once she does go a bit slower and a bit firmer, it then comes off nice and easy, as you can see there. Now she's taking out the inner tube, a niche use of the foot to get it out, whipping that tyre off like a pro, getting the new one seated in there. And once she's finished putting on the tyre, it's time to put the inner tube back in and get it nice and securely around the wheel. She's actually gone in from the wrong direction with the inner tube there, but she managed to work it out and recover nicely, just feeding it all in. Common problem here is that it's fallen off of the rim that the tyre has, so the bead's outside of the rim, but again, she recovers from that, works it out, manages to get it in niche position here, going for the sort of Chinese deep squat position. First side of the tyre popped in nicely, and then we're going to go around to the other side. No tyre levers involved here at all, just the technique that I showed you in my video, and she's got it on. Happy days. True happiness on display, despite the dirty hands from the dirty wheel. She put a little bit of air in, check the rim, tighten everything back up, stick it back in the bike, check the brakes, and she's good to go. Well done, Leo.